Hello everyone, my name is Jeffrey. Welcome back for episode 29 of the Satisfactory series here on YouTube. In this video we're throwing down a double decoration episode of the new factories we built last time. Taking a shot at recreating a real brick-like texture using colored foundations, along with some cool lighting courtesy of Lumen. The home base is really starting to come together. Thank you all for the support and help with the series so far. Let's get to playing games. Alright, I hope everyone's feeling creative. It's time to do some more decorating. We're going to go ahead and finalize those two factories we put together last time. The two perfect drop-off points for giving us all the liquid biofuel we need to fuel our jetpack. And then the perfect drop-off spot as well to unload anything we get from our adventures. Power or slugs, color, or the leaves, the grass, or Jesus. The leaves and the lumber. All that fun stuff. Anything you may have that you just want to get rid of. Clean up your inventory space, you can now drop off over here. So I appreciate you guys coming back here once again for a little bit more. Jeffrey tries his hand at creativity. I think for the one on the left, since it's a nice kind of perfect sort of rectangle, I'm going to aim for like something I'm going to call the shoe factory from Jumanji chic. I think. Something kind of like that. It's going to be kind of like, I'm hoping to, I know there's no actual like red brick in this game, but I'm going to kind of make it look like an old, or I'm going to try and make it kind of look like an old brick factory type of thing. And then for this one, I think I'll probably go a little bit of a contrast. I'll go a little bit more modern. I'll probably use some billboards to get some cool lighting all the way around. And I'll use, you know, put some more glass and everything on this one. So let's get started. Let's make sure you get some more, or make sure you bring lots of concrete things for glass. So you're gonna want like silica, quartz, steel beams, all that fun stuff. So let's jump into it. So the first thing I want to do is I want to make sure I add in enough room to be able to go up and down the floors here, because we're going to want to actually be able to access the building if we ever need to. I don't really plan on it, but just in case. And then I want to essentially just kind of surround the entire building in foundations for now. And then we'll start kind of coloring things and go from there. So I'm going to do a perimeter around, but then I'm also going to add in, can I add in 2 spaces and not have it be too big? Because I don't want to encroach on this building either. So I think if I just kind of go like this, and then I will build up surrounding the entire building. Could you imagine? I was like, yep, there's the build right there. It's just a giant concrete block. No, I'm just kidding. This is definitely going to be a trust the process. It's going to look a little bit worse before it gets better. So from here, I'm going to want to start figuring out where I want to do my cuts and my separations to make it seem like there's more depth than just a flat concrete face. So I'm going to go probably leave at least definitely a 1 layer on the bottom, for I don't want to stand in the middle of the road. That's not safe. I want to make sure I leave 1 layer along the bottom to have it be concrete, and then 1 layer around the outside, and that's going to give my gray coloring. And now for the colors to make it look like brick. Oh, not that one. This one. I think this kind of, or was it? No, I think there might have been a different one. No, this was it. Yeah. So I'm going to go. This was, if you want to copy this color exactly, it is FF8111 in the orange scale here. What if I make it more like, oh wait, no, don't change that. Hang on. Let me change these. I want to just try and see what these kind of look like. Yeah, that's a little bit more what I was thinking. A little bit more red to it. So I'm going to go ahead and just kind of fill this in all the way around and change the color of the building. All right, there we go. It's looking better already. So I left 2 foundations on the bottom and 2 foundations on the top because it kind of matched, gave a similar thickness on the top and on the sides. So now I can do the actual cut-ins for where I want the windows to be. So I'm going to do, I want at least a 2 wide space so that I can do 2 inverted half pipes facing each other on the top. It'll make it look like a arched window. So maybe we go from like here. I don't know if my building is actually big enough to look like what I think it's going to look like, but there we go. We got 4 windows cut out. Hopefully this works. So I'm going to do, like I was saying, the upside down or inverted quarter pipes. Like there. And there. I want them to stay gray. And this way it'll look like we have arched windows. But I think what I'll do is I'll either set them in, maybe I'll set them in a little bit just to give it a little bit more extra depth. There we go. I sunk them all in by 1 just to give myself a little bit of extra depth on it. I think that actually looks pretty good. So now I'm going to run, and I don't really care what the inside looks like because, well, I'm not really going to be on the inside. So for this one, I'm going to want to run the 1/2 meter foundations all the way down. There we go. And then the windows that we're going to use, it's the panel window. We're going to clip that into position about halfway through the wall here. So we go hold it down with H and nudge it forward. Actually, I'm going to put this, I'm going to put it about there. And then we'll just stack them on top of each other. There we go. How are we looking? I think it looks all right. It's getting pretty close to what I was thinking it would look like. So let's just go ahead and copy and paste the same thing we did here to right here. There we go. And if you're wondering what that red coloring I did for the windows, it was swatch 3, but I think I changed it. It is 77 and 4 zeros after it. You don't have to worry about the secondary color on this one. So from here, I'm going to add in some concrete beams, I think. Some small concrete pillars to help just give it a little bit more depth. And I'm going to try and clip them into the walls as best I can here. There we go. Got my 4 windows in with the small concrete pillars down along the bottom, which actually gave me a really nice effect. And then I added in just black painted beams on the perimeter of the window just to give it a little bit more extra like color pop. So I kind of like the way that looks so far. The only thing I really want to do is kind of I want to add like more texture to like the concrete that's like surrounding it. So I'm going to try and do some stuff clipped like really closely into it and just see if that can kind of give me a little bit of a cool effect. The answer for the corners? Pillars, big pillars. So I'll show you kind of how I clip these in here to get this nice kind of cool, just standing out. I don't know what the word would be for it, but it just kind of pokes out a little bit, giving you that nice little bit of depth. What you're going to want to do is you want to grab your big concrete pillar here. I'll fly for this so you can see, you guys can see easier in case you want to do this yourself. So you're going to want to go right up against, or get like as close in as you can. That's about as close as I can because I want it to be able to go up. So we'll hold it in place with H. Hold down Control to get the very small nudges that we want. We'll nudge it until we get it right there. So it's sticking out just a little bit, and you're going to see it is clipping through the other side. But then when we add the one over here, it hides it completely. So I'm going to get H, hold control to nudge that into position. There you go. It covers it up nicely. Gives it a really nice good depth to this building. Alright, in my quest to make it look like real brick, I don't know if I went overboard or not, but I basically just went around and I cut out a bunch of, I just chose at random a bunch of the foundations, and I either slid them in by like just a little tiny bit, or I slid them out by a little tiny bit. I kind of like it. I feel like it'll grow on me more over time. So this one's actually kind of starting to look pretty nice, actually. Okay, I also went ahead and painted the windows white because I went back to look at the, so like I was saying earlier, I'm trying to like imitate the brick factory from the original Jumanji. It was the Paris Shoe Company or whatever it was. It was like an all brick kind of building with the white windows kind of all along it. Now, I didn't build this quite long enough to really imitate it as well as I wanted to. So I think in the future though, if I have like a really long build where I can have like a bunch of these windows, I think it'll look way better. But this has been definitely a good way to learn. And this brick style actually looks really cool at night now that I'm looking at it, because I did color these. So the in and out cutout parts are actually colored the deep orange, and then the rest of the brick is colored this one, which is like just slightly off. So that looks a lot cooler at night. So I want to add in a door here so we actually have an entrance. And I was thinking it can just kind of be off to the right like this. And then I was going to maybe try and add a little bit more depth going along the bottom here. Or even some, I know it wouldn't really technically fit in, but some windows would probably be a nice little touch going along here. So we can actually see out. But should I make them... Should I put them where these windows are? I guess it wouldn't really matter. Actually, yeah, let's do that. I'm gonna put them here, and I'm actually gonna do kind of similar looking windows. We'll do like the quarter pipe over top. These ones go there. Oh, and then we could do door in the middle. That would actually be sick. Okay, let's do that. So we're gonna grab our inverted foundations. Make sure we send them in a little bit, just like the other ones. Oh, I'm gonna get it over. Oh, that was close. I just barely heard it coming. I was like, oh no. Run, Jeffrey, run. Oh, yeah, I like this a lot. Okay. So now put in the windows. Can I get them to stack on top of each other? There we go. Make these white. And give them the little thing here at the bottom. So I need to nudge too much. There we go. Yes. Why not just have these all the way along, right? It'll add some nice depth. Okay, so now we're just going to replicate on this side. Alright, I'm really starting to like this, actually. I think the brick actually really works well. I think it was just one of those things, it's like the more you look at it, it's like, okay, I'm starting to understand what I was going for. And then we got our little doorway here, where you'll be able to come in, dump all your items, and then if you need to access the factory, we'll put in an extra part over here. We'll have to build our stairs going all the way up between every floor. What is going on over here? That's not even clipping it. I genuinely don't know what that was. That's not clipping. That was, what is my building just like failing to load? That's not good. I think what I'll do is I'll slightly offset the color of the surrounding trim and see if that kind of makes it look a little better too. There we go. You probably can't really actually notice it, but it's just it's an ever so slight color change to actually make these stand out from each other. Now I want to add in my door. We're just going to go center door wall. We're going to shift this way back in. Probably about there is fine. Is that too deep? That might be too deep actually. Let me go right there. I think that's fine like that. With just a wall above it. It's fine. Trying to make it run over again. Hey, this is starting to look pretty cool. I'm really liking this. And then I'll put like maybe some sign to make it, if I really wanted to make it look like the one from Jumanji, just put like a sign right across the middle here. So I'm going to go ahead and do some little cutouts all the way around, and then we'll kind of go from there. We'll start making our way towards the inside. I'll have to add in the windows on the back side here as well. Let's get my little reference point so I can get a good cutout, and then we'll just skip ahead a little bit. Okay, that's pretty much two sides of this factory done, and it actually did come together looking just kind of how I imagined it. So I'll put on a few more finishing touches towards the end, and we'll do, as we usually do, a nice little highlight at the end. Let's go ahead and move on to doing the inside stairs so that we can finish off this building and move on to our liquid biofuel. Okay, so I did seal up all the interior walls with this concrete here, giving us this one wide gap to hopefully be able to get ourselves in between each and every floor that I want to go to. So this just kind of brings you into the back little loading section where you'll be able to see all the materials flowing into chests. And then I think from back here is where I will start sending a winding staircase up until I can get to the very top. Now, someone did make a blueprint for me and they sent it to me. It was staircase. It was like a spiral staircase made of steel beams, but I don't know if it works. If they can comment down below, I'm so sorry, I forget who the name of the person who sent this to me, but if they are in the comments and can let me know, is this meant for like a one platform space? I'm not 100% sure. I'll just go with regular stairs for now, and then maybe I'll add them in later. But yeah, if you guys ever want to send me like blueprints or your world saves and stuff like that too around, and you can join the Discord. My business email is in my description as well if you need to email them because the file size is too big. Yeah, either way, you should come hang out in the Discord because we're pretty cool people, and I'm in there a lot asking questions, getting your guys' feedback on stuff, getting inspiration. So let's go start going up from here. Kind of arbitrarily picking where we're going from, but so let's see what it's going to be like to get to the first floor. Do a turn here. Then we'll do stairs up one more. Will that take me to this floor? I think it should. Okay. So I can put a door here. Nice. And then we'll put a little safety railing here. There we go. So this will be the first floor we need to potentially access, if we need to. See, it does, I wouldn't have done these like weird ugly looking things if I was going to come in and out of this factory a lot, but since I don't really intend on ever being in here, it's an easy in and out. Who's this? I don't think that's supposed to be there. Okay, now let's carry our stairway on all the way up until we can reach every floor. There we go. Every floor all the way up has stairs and has a little pit stop on each floor. Should we need to go and check in on anything. Accidentally made some excess railing there, but that's okay. We'll probably fix that in the future. Yeah, now you can go into each room, and then I'll add in a little door on the back here as well for each one, so you can go and check in the back if you need to. I like to think that every area of the factory, or almost every other factory, is supposed to be accessible for maintenance purposes. So I like to put in doors to keep the flow between room to room. This was the staircase I actually did a little bit better of a job on. Some was extra, some was not. This is the top floor where we're eventually going to need to come up here to hook all these machines up, so it's good that we can come up here. Now to finish this build off, I just want to make this little drop off section look a little bit better. So I'm just going to add in some pillars and then probably some signs so I know what is supposed to go where. And then that'll pretty much be it for this build. So I think for this, we're probably going to use metal pillars. I don't need to clip them. They can stand out as much as they need to. Yeah, that'll be fine. Or should I maybe clip them just a little bit? Now there's a gap between the wall there. I think I'll do the one on the, do I have it on the left here? So just a little bit of a clip in. My clicking is so weird sometimes. There we go. I wonder if I should maybe just give myself a bigger face to put on them. What if I did a big pillar in between? Or, sorry, big metal pillar. You know, that's actually not bad. And then if I did like... that all the way down. I think this might look kind of cool. Yeah, let's do that just so it has I have more surface area to work with my signs. The big metal pillars. There we go. I had to take the pillars out, or I had to take the inverted ramps out that I put in. Then I could put the pillars in first, otherwise they were sitting in weird. Other cool thing that worked out is I was able to hold a door right here around the corner that goes into the back room here. I thought that was kind of neat. A little bit of a hidden door section. So now we're just going to throw the input and output signs on all these bad boys. And that's going to be it for this build for now. I'll probably throw a few more finishing touches on it, like signs and stuff, a little bit later. But for now, we're going to label everything with square signs. Just the big honkers. Okay, so let's just quickly set up these label signs here. This was for color cartridges. So the input would be, oops. Input would be flowers. Output would be color cartridges. Now this one would be power shards. So this one I actually do. There we go. Blue. Yellow. Wow, that I'll have to change those. Can't see that at all. And then this is the purple. There we go. I'll change those in a little bit. And then out of here would come power shards. So this one would be the alien biomass. So this one actually also gets 2. Actually, technically 3. There's 3 things I can... Alright. Did I set it up that way? I may have to change the setup a little bit because there is the... I think I only set it to do plasma spitter remains and hog remains, and I didn't include the little fire flower shooter things. So I'm going to put 3 here, knowing that I'm probably going to have to adjust my build in the future. There we go. So yeah, it's going to be those. It should be those 3, and I only set it up to do the hog and the plasma. I need these little spitter remains worked in there as well at some point. I mean, I guess probably same thing for the biofuel. I don't think I ever took that one into account. I think I only took into account these 2. That was my mistake. My bad, guys. So this machine, or this end bit right here, is going to be solid biofuel. So this gets fed by, I guess technically I have 3 signs here. So we'll do the leaves here. Wood can be here. And then it outputs. Where is it? There it is. Solid liquid biofuel. Or just solid biofuel, I mean. In case we need to ever go cut down some things with a chainsaw. There we go. Yeah, we'll add in some more lights and stuff down here at some point, but for now, that should be good to go. We can move on to the liquid biofuel factory. Yeah, this looks cool. I like this. Definitely different than some other factories I've done so far. And I like doing the experimenting and try and learn new things and see what kind of decoration styles I like. I think bigger, this one would look better. But let's move on to our more use of glass and probably some billboards in the liquid biofuel factory. Alright, and now for something completely different, and even though it's right next door to each other, but that's gonna be okay. I think we're gonna have quite a variety of buildings throughout this whole area. So the whole thing for me across these like past couple weeks and going forward is just experimenting with building styles and see which ones I like the best, especially for when we go to try and do a new playthrough when 1.0 comes out. So for the liquid biofuel factory here, I wanted to just take it a little bit easier. I'm going to start by filling in a bunch of the walls going around, and then I'm also going to have to cut some out so that we can put in the billboards. I think, yeah, if you put the wall in first, then we go to organization, large billboard, and go grab some copper sheets, and then we'll be right back. Alright, sorry, there I'm back. Sorry, I also had to do a little bit of a toying around to see how I could get this to sit in properly. So I'll just quickly go over how this works before we set up a whole parameter of it. So all I've done is I put in these 1 meter walls. I put in 2, and then I left a gap, and then I have 3, and I left a gap, and then I put another one on top of that. Just so I get a nice little kind of split of green light. So the reason I'm using green is because obviously this is the packaged liquid biofuel factory. I think I'll go with maybe a strength of 2. I might go a little bit stronger. We'll see. Yeah, this color is 26A700 if you're trying to copy it. So I'm just going to kind of fill in this bottom section with this wall layout just like this. And then I'll maybe put a stripe of window along the top here as well. There we go. I think that looks pretty cool. And so yeah, I'll just end up wrapping that all the way around both sides. Now the reason it stops here is because this is actually going to get turned into all glass. I don't know why I said that so weird. Glass? Who knows? Let's just decorate. So we'll take those out. Then I'm going to put in the full frame windows all the way around. I wish you could have like a not a door like this. It's like, man, this is good. This would not fit in. So I think maybe I'll just leave it open. Maybe I'll make like a door frame out of pillars or something. But what I wanted to do here was so I may have to put in, there we go. And I'll just take that one out underneath. And we just wanted this to be a flat surface. And then yeah, we can put in some painted beams. Clean up the edges. Kind of help us give the windows a bit more of an industrial look, actually. Okay, so here's the doorway. Now it actually feels like it makes sense. We'll just throw some beam connectors on there. Just like that. Oh, missed one. Then I'm going to paint this black. Or like a dark gray. Yeah, dark gray works. There we go. Actually, what I'm going to do, I'm just going to make it a taller door. I know I'm not that tall, but I mean, I am in real life, but see if there's like maybe a darker gray that I want to do, but that's okay. Put the beam connectors back on for now. There we go. That seems like a more height appropriate for the building door. This we're gonna have. Where did I want to have it come through? Let's block that part off and then do side door wall. Can I go through? There we go. I was like, can I go through it or locked out of my own factory? Yeah, so technically this is actually mislabeled at the moment. This is set for hatcher remains. That's actually what you can put in. Because those are the two things I set it for. Okay, I kept this room nice and simple. We just got the trim all the way around, painted gray. And then I put in from the inside of these beam connectors here, I just put metal beams all the way around as bottom trim on the floor. And that's just kind of how I might put some signs in here for lights, obviously, otherwise it's gonna get real dark. But that's about as far as I'm going to do the decorations for that. I'm not going to do anything too fancy crazy today. It's more just going to be about playing with more of the exteriors than the interiors, because we won't be in these interiors very much. I mean, I guess these entrance rooms I will be, but I think I actually want to do emission strength 3. Yeah. So I'm going to go copy this, paste it there, and paste it there. There we go. Yeah, I like that better. I'll probably like better at night too. It's like big screen TVs in here. So we're going to go ahead and put these behind the walls. And get them to, there we go, just slide into position like that. Is that in the right spot? Sure is. And then I'm lifting them up so that they're at a slightly higher, a little bit higher up. What if I can just clip this to this now? Can I? I can, okay. Didn't know that. That's actually a lot easier. I need to grab some encased beams, then we'll finish filling this in. I actually missed where I want to put this anyway, so. Okay, so one quick little change that I did was I swapped out those old reinforced windows for the panel windows. I think I really like the panel windows a lot more, especially since we're right next to a big panel window build. And we've already got the hex frames here, so we're using a good assortment of glass at this point. But I like how they're just a little bit more open. And I might even add a little bit more trim around them if I find necessary, just to make them pop a little bit more. But let's go ahead and fill some more of this in so we can continue on this build. Okay, I had to go rescue some of my trucks again. They got a little stuck on each other. So I was just working on filling in these walls, getting some windows in. I put this pillar in as well. I'm considering adding like a break in the wall here. There we go. Okay, I finally finished getting all the walls and the windows on. Took me a few minutes. I had to go and rescue the trucks a few times. But we've got our cool green light strip all the way down along the bottom. Our nice windows all the way up and down along the top. Probably could have worked a little bit better to add a little bit more depth in here, but I didn't want to go too crazy. We probably won't see this too often. So I'm just going to go ahead and throw... This is going to be the stairwell, by the way. This corner here. And I'm actually going to build it a little bit higher than what the ceiling's actually going to be. And then I want to put a glass foundation as the roof up here. Oops. So I doubled up my pillars there. So glass frame foundation. Just like that. So we get a nice natural skylight down the stairway. Or down the stairwell, I should say. And then from here, I'm just going to add in 1 meter foundation because it's just a ceiling, so nothing's going to be going through it. Just to cap this off. Oops. That was supposed to go further. Nothing too crazy in terms of architecture today. Nice and simple. Just a chill, relaxing episode. Okay, I feel like they do need something across the top. Maybe I'll use the painted beams. Put these in. Oh. And about that big. And then we can just connect these together. Yeah, it's a little better. I'm going to put a big billboard on here for now. It'll help fill in some of the space. And it's not a place for shenanigans, it's a place for shenanigans. Excuse me. A layout. There we go. Nice. Alright, I just went ahead and kind of filled in a little bit more of the spaces here. We got the ceiling in or roof in now. A slight block overhead with the skylight. And then I went ahead and put the small metal pillars as trim all around the building. Or for the most part, all around the building. All around the top and the corners. And then it kind of comes up here. Connects to there. And I threw a couple of these green roofs on the back just for some color. I figured it matches for this whole thing is just all about packaged liquid biofuel. So figured that fit in nicely. Now we can go ahead and finish off a little bit more of the what is happening with my wall loading today? That can't be good. That's probably not a good sign. Anyway, so yeah, we can now come in here. It actually looks kind of cool with all the backwards signs. It looks like kind of a little bit extra industrial in here. But the main part that we're going to be looking to work on here is adding ourselves in the stairwell, which should go right here. Perfect. I'll replace this door. Just like that. And this should be plenty of space to put in our stairwell going all the way up. Oh, whoops. My bad. There's doors on every floor. Just kidding. There we go. I actually really like the way it is with the skylight. That's really cool. I added a window on this part. Oh yeah. Because it's technically part of the factory. So this does give me plenty of space to build all the way up, which is great. So we're gonna go ahead and grab our catwalk stairs, everybody's favorite. I'm gonna start the walking up though from like knowing that power pole will be gone eventually. Let's start it from here. Okay, now I'm just going to quickly figure out where the floors actually are. This one? Aha, what a good guess. So that's a floor. And then this is not a floor. Is this the floor? Oh, so close. It's right here. There we go. So we can kind of come up on I think I can come up on this floor on either side. Yeah, that's not really a big deal. Ideally, we should come up on this side though. And this one is... That doesn't matter, either or. Also should probably come up on this side. I think that'll be for the best. So now we can go ahead and put in... Oh wait, okay, hang on. Let's move this really quick. Or maybe I should just build down. Should I just build down? I'll do it that way. Okay, weird staircase completed. We have a way to travel between every single floor. I genuinely don't know what this weird wall clipping thing is or why it's not like loading in properly. But yeah, now I'm just gonna throw in a few signs, some lights, and oh geez, I really don't know what's happening. Maybe you guys, if you know what it is, let me know what's happening in the comments down below. But yeah, that is both of these factories put together. I'm going to throw just the finishing touches onto this one, the liquid biofuel. And then I will throw a few finishing touches onto the Jumanji, so the Paris shoe factory. I'll put a few more finishing touches on that as well. And then we'll do a little highlight reel here at the very end. But I think that'll probably be a good place for me to end it off for today. It may be a little bit of a shorter one, but I think this is the week that I'm recovering from some medical stuff being done. So I should be good to go for next week. We'll be back to building. What am I going to build? I think I'm going to start doing... So you guys let me know what your thoughts are. There's two things I wanted to get ready for the next tier, which is set up a little supercomputer build and then also a high-speed connector build. Now, we can get started on those, but I also wanted to do the full basic item overhaul. That was going to be just a huge commitment. That's probably going to be a 3 or 4 part episode to put that entire thing together. So let me know how you guys are feeling about our progression going forward. And I'll throw up the little highlight reel here at the end, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. Thank you guys again so much for your support. And I hope you guys continue enjoying the series. I'll see you in the next one.